opting for the hybrid, I think. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
Didn't quite have the... Great touch. Really nicely played.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up this shot from about 120.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
Well, not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
It's been a little up and down, but she's just one stroke back from her rival.
This putt for a spot in the top 5. Oh, so close. And that should secure the par on this one. He's in a share of 15th. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway.
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous. Yep, they Houdini'd that. That's brilliant.
This putt is about 15 feet to the hole. Oh, that's frustrating. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
This one will run uphill. Now that's how you roll the rock.
Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Currently 4 under for the round. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Great shot. Time for the second shot here at the 9th. Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. Oh, lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the 9th. And this one to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, almost went in. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. This is the transition point of the round, making the turn, heading for home. How do you rate this player's performance so far?
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Well played, mate. Second shot here on the 10th hole. How close was that to going down? Getting ready to play their 3rd. 2 strokes off the lead. That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Judging it beautifully.
Big putt for par coming up. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. It's been a good year. 3 wins so far this season. And here we are with the third shot.
Just 2 shots behind.
Sitting at 5 under for the day. Trying to break into the top 10. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Oh, well played.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Par putt coming up here.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Where did that come from? That's not his style.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
Could roll into the rough on this one.
Found the deep rough. This will take a big hack to get out here. Going with the pitching wedge here. Oh, come on, sit. You like that, didn't you? 20 feet to the hole.
A bogey putt awaits. That's a good putt to make, that one. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Rich, the 13th hole, slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. And they're playing from about 140 yards out. 5 strokes behind our leader. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. This player's dialed in. What a shot.
Taking things up a notch in this Lexi Thompson rivalry. That shot will add some fuel to the fire.
A chance to get amongst the action of the top 20 if this putt drops. You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done.
And that will take him to 5 under.
Justin Rose currently leading the event as we head to the next hole.
The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Opting for the 5-iron. This one is right down the pipe. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's 2 strokes behind her rival this week.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. What? Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
And I like it. 2 in a row.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
Should find the green.
Oh, that's a great approach shot. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd.
With 3 holes to go, it's a good position to be in.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie.
They're going to have to dig deep to pull this one out. Let's see what they got.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. Oh, that is simply brilliant. What a shot. Well, that'll move her up the leaderboard as well. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
The 16th at Riviera, Rich, is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This is a good time to get hot with the tournament on the line. That's well played. Pin high. That's the mark of a ball striker. And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it.
Yes, Luke, and only 2 holes to go in this event.
Ouch, that hurts.
Putting for a par now.
And that putt will drop. Well done. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
That tee shot looks pretty good.
Second shot here on the 17th hole. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Getting ready to play their third.
He's 2 shots back.
Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. That was a gallant attempt. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, how about that one?
Chip in for birdie. That's always a nice feeling.
The Englishman Justin Rose, currently leading this tournament, playing nicely on top.
One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second.
This is the all-important stretch. Time to make your move.
From about 200 yards out. Just 2 shots behind.
Going with the hybrid. Needs this one to kick right. A quality shot, that. And this putt is for a final score of 63. Ooh. Just a 4-footer remaining. Oh, what a stroke. And with it, that concludes his event.
Well, there you have it, Henny. This player was unable to take them down before, but now they've finally done it. They've won this rivalry.
Indeed they have, Luke. If at first you don't succeed, try again. They took that saying to heart and they came out on top.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, I'm very pleased to be covering this particular featured group because there's a fresh rivalry developing. I smell rivalry in the air. It's going to provide some great entertainment to both the spectators and us this week.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player's going for gold. They're trying to beat Xander Schauffele.
I wouldn't want to try and beat an Olympian. A gold medal winning Olympian with hair as good as Xander Schauffele? And a swing as good as Xander Schauffele? No thank you. I'll leave this up to them.
Yes, I'm just looking through his list of weaknesses, and let me just list them off now. Yep, none. Good luck to you.
Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up here from about 155. All right, we're going with an extra club here.
Well, that's a lovely approach and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the first. 6 feet remaining to the cup.
Little birdie look in here.
It's half a chance of being holed, this one. Getting off to a great start at this event.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
Now let's hear from our on-course reporter, John McCarthy, who I see is just rolling up his beach towel. Been striding the fairways here in Florida for the last couple of days leading up to the event. John, what's the Emery Beach Club all about?
Well, Luke, one thing it's about is it's about water. Water hazards will feature prominently on this course this week. The greens also very undulating. There are ridges, there are shelves, there are tiers. I hope the players have done their homework this week because these approach shots into these greens, they're always important, but especially so here at Emery Beach. Several holes feature one of Beamer's nemesis, the tiny bunker. The tiny bunker is in play this week, so you got to be careful off the tee as they seem to pop out where you least expect them. Beautiful Florida course, though. I will enjoy the scenery, and I hope the players will enjoy the challenge of Emery Beach Club this week.
13 feet to the hole.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, just missed. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. Currently 1 under for the tournament. Here we are at the third.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway.
Penny, what's the player facing here?
Straight back up into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
And choosing the 8-iron here. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
And coming up well short.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Well, you like the look of those hands.
Great touch.
And this putt coming up for his par. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
Here's Xander Schauffele.
Ooh.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. A long par 4 this hole.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Xander Schauffele, delightful player out of San Diego, California. He's got that cool vibe about him. Came out one early a few times, but then he seems to have struggled to find that next step, hasn't he? He's sort of golf's almost man, except when he got that gold medal put around his neck.
I think that took his confidence to a place where it should have been in the first place, Luke. I think that this young man, he's got no weaknesses, very little weaknesses, if anything, in the game. I look at him and think, why hasn't he won more? Well, the problem is that he's put himself in contention so many times that there's only one person in the game that has won at a clip that he could have, and that's Tiger Woods. When you put yourself into contention as often as he does, you're just not always going to win. Somebody is going to come from back in the pack, shoot a great round, and you might struggle just a little bit, whatever the case. But yes, he hasn't closed as many tournaments as he would have liked, but he is there each and every week. I got to say, this kid he's a world beater. He's going to be phenomenal.
Opting for the 6-iron. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
And if this can go down, he'll save par.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. We'll hold.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
This is what they have left for birdie here.
This is buckets.
Oh, what a big putt to make that one.
Oh, that's going to add a little fuel to the fire of this group rivalry, guys. Massive putt.
Here we have a par 5. Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. Sitting at 2 under par. It's heading to the rough for mine. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 5 shots off the pace. Oh! That's some golf, particularly from that terrain. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
And down it goes. And with that, we'll move to 3 under par. Bubba Watson currently in the lead. We have a par 4 on this one. That's heading for the fairway. Playing this shot from around 120 yards. 5 shots off the lead. Choosing the 9-iron here. Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Okay, let's get back to the action. 9 feet to the cup.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Just didn't drop. 4 feet to the cup.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
Bubba Watson is atop the leaderboard with a 1-stroke advantage. Teeing off now on this par 3. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. This one is headed to the right. Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Oh, you've made it. What a play. Let's return to live play now. No green in red, but a chance to save their par. What a shot. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
Oh yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
Bubba Watson, our leader in this one. We have a par 5 on this one.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
Lining up from about 230 yards here. 4 shots behind our leader. Hold it. What a shot.
Absolutely insane. I've never seen anything quite like this.
Oh, that's an absolute beauty, hey Beamer. Why don't we take another look at it?
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
And as we head to the next hole, this player is chasing the leader behind Bubba Watson.
This hole here is a par 4.
Listen, I don't know what the statistical odds of making back-to-back albatrosses is, but it's got to be minuscule. I doubt it's going to happen, but I got to say, I'm looking forward to see what they do.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
Ooh, just skimmed the hole, that one.
Wow, they really put on a show with that approach shot, and their rival, Xander Schauffele, appears to be taking notice as well.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. Here's Xander Schauffele. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole.
Yes, fantastic stuff. Got to say, well done. Birdie guaranteed. Thank you.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. Opting for the 3-wood. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season, and many think they can win this event.
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but for also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
And he needs this to save par.
Oh, so close.
This one for bogey.
Bubba Watson is one shot ahead of the field. Here we are, Rich, on the 12th tee at Emery Beach. And this par 5 is at 550 from the back tees.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it, but the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie. That dog will hunt.
Time for the second shot at the 12th. Oh, well done. Getting ready to play their third.
Just one shot back now.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
Be the ball, Danny. No. Okay, steady now. And that should secure the par on this one. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Sitting at 1 under the card. Big time play, that one. At the right time, too.
Needed it. Needed that in a big way, chipping in for the par.
Let's see what happens here on the 13th hole, shall we? Lovely effort, that. Second shot here on the 13th hole.
Nicely done.
And this putt to move into a tie for third. Well, that'll play, and that will take him to 8 under. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. That's tidy. Time for the second shot at the 14th. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. And he's safely on the green with that shot.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
That's frustrating. An opportunity to make their par. Is currently tied for 6th. Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
This breeze just starting to blow, but it's a helpful breeze. It's one that you like. Got to club down a little bit.
Going with the 7. Oh, that was pure. Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
That was a gallant attempt. Putting now for a bogey. Still in contention here. 3 strokes off the lead as we approach the finish line.
Really going to have to dig deep here if they want to win this title.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Ouch, that hurts. So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Ooh, I always love these holes. Here we have a par 3. Opting for the 9-iron. You're going to put your foot down. This is as good a time as any.
And hitting yet another green here today.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play.
Tony Finau is currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard.
Emery Beach Golf Club is another one of these courses, Rich, that has a short par 4 at 17th.
It does. As you can see, a massive bunker down the left-hand side. So players really want to bail out to the right and leave themselves with just a nice, short little pitch shot. Only the brave and the longest are really going to want to challenge this green. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Second shot here on the 17th. And here we are with the third shot.
Just 3 strokes back.
Oh, can you believe it? That's remarkable. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5.
Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Yeah, they were looking at an up and down, but just down.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
It's Tony Finau who currently leads. Teeing off here at the lucky last, the 18.
Come on, that finish line's in sight. Let's power towards it.
This shot from around 210 yards. He's 2 shots back.
That might be one club too many. Step 1 complete, Rich. They've found the green.
Indeed, Luke, but the next step for this player is to sink this putt to force the playoff.
No, that's a punish. Nothing worse than putting it off for green. Not far from the green here, just in the greenside rough. Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Such soft hands.
An opportunity to make a par here.
And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played. Well, Rich, we had high expectations for this player early, but sadly, no win in the end.
No, they just couldn't quite get their game going in the final round. Unfortunately, comes up a little bit short, but what can I say? Another solid performance.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
So it looks like they're trying to beat Colin Morikawa this week. That's ambitious. Seems like a friendly duel from the outside, but could create some extra sparks today.
I almost just have to laugh. Someone saying they're going to beat Colin Morikawa. Does that even happen these days? He's one of the most consistent players on tour. I don't know that he's beatable.
Well, it's been accused of having a balky putter occasionally, but you're right. Iron play as good as Tiger Woods in his prime. The short game's irresistible, but I think the most impressive thing about young Colin is his mindset. He's got a 40-year-old mind on a 20-year-old body. No wonder he's winning at a decent rate of knots. Take us through the approach shot. It's not easy to run the ball onto the green.
It's not. Your approach shot has to come in high and soft with a lot of spin, as there's just not much depth to this green. Not much movement either, fairly flat, although there is a ridge that bisects this green in two. You want to make sure that you're on the correct side of that ridge to have a good opportunity to make the putt.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. What's in front of them, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Oh, just missed. That's disappointing. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
This for par.
Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
Good shot there. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. That'll sting a bit. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. This one started out on a good line. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
Few players in the history of the game have had a bigger impact so early in their career than Colin Morikawa, Rich. Some comparisons go as close to Tiger Woods.
As they should be currently right now with what he has done in the game so far in his young career. He's come out each and every week and put pressure on every single player because of his ball striking and because they know that there's no weaknesses in his game other than sometimes the putter. But when you hit it as good as he does, you're bound to make a putt now and again. And each and every week when he shows up, players on the driving range are looking at him going, okay, he's here. I got to have my A game.
Certainly feels like sky's the limit for Colin Morikawa.
2 major championships under his belt right now. Surely more in his future.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. That's some good golf right there. And he's down there. You got to read.
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Like the look of this one. Ooh. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Looking good. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. The first of the par 5s, Rich, the 4th hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Good shot there, Beamer. Rich, I love being back at Bay Hill every time because you get to honour the absolute legend of our game, the king, Arnold Palmer. There's just an air of something extra special this week, isn't there?
When you step on the property here at Bay Hill, you know you're in the presence of something special. Arnold Palmer's legacy was really built here, wasn't it? Granted, he absolutely brought everything he had to the PGA Tour, but when you come to Bay Hill and you have all the monuments, especially the statue right there to the right behind number 1 and number 10 tee boxes, you just get a chill down your spine like, man, this is some kind of awesome place. I cannot wait to tee it up here. In saying that, Mr. Palmer did not leave a knockoff course. That's very easy for these players. But listen, they come back here every year knowing that they need and they want to honor the gentleman who helped form the legacy of the PGA Tour, and that's why they're out here playing for all the money.
Even for the day. Ooh, that almost went down.
Putting for a par here.
I like the look of this.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Always nice to have a birdie putt.
Oh, you know you want to.
And you hold it. What a monster.
Fist pumps all round. That is how you do it from outside range. That was huge.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Rich. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
Good shot there. It's a fairway finder for sure.
And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Well, wonderful shot and a chance for birdie at the 5th. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
This is their look at birdie.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
And with that lovely play, they're now ahead of their rival. It's getting serious, isn't it? Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Birdied their last hole.
A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
This for a birdie run.
Shame it didn't drop. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. This shot here from about 240 yards. Woo, back there, horsey. Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in two.
Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits.
Just didn't drop. This must be frustrating. Time to get back on that green.
Playing their fourth shot.
Take that. That's quality. This is a par putt. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Come on, get down.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Colin Morikawa setting up his shot.
Super shot, that.
Tough bunker shot, no bother whatsoever for this player. They find the bottom of the cup.
Yes! Hold it! And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
I'm glad we get to see this again. This one should be practiced at home.
Currently a couple under for the event.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
That's a good-looking shot there. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Oh, stop it. What a shot.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, well played. And that will take him to 3 under. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
Well struck. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Going with the 5-iron here.
They have absolutely flushed that one. Colin Morikawa, he was meant to be the original and best approach player, but I think we have a new sheriff in town.
Let's take a look at Colin Morikawa.
And that shot goes in. That'll be a birdie.
Whoa, check this out. In fuego, dialed in, call it what you will. Holding it from the fairway. Thank you very much.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Oh, so close. It's just about 3 feet away.
Nice little par putt here.
And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. Trailing by 7 after that hole. As we step into the second 9 here, Rich, and the short par 4 10th.
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated.
That's nicely done. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
He's got, I'd say a solid 145 here.
Going with the 8-iron here. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 10th. And this putt to move into the top 20. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 4 under.
Colin Morikawa setting up his shot.
Oh, what a wonderful bunker shot. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard.
And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top.
The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 third, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Quality shot, that one. Lookout world was his statement when he came out onto the Pro Tour. And we look back in the greatness in sports, right across all sport in the world. Has one player or one athlete had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella, and just kind of came from a blue-collar background. And I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods to then go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about, you know, Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally, with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like, grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again, but it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I could tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game, and continues to be, and will forever be.
Getting ready to play their third. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Wow. Wow. That's right out of the Gary Player highlight reel. That's brilliant out of the sand. Just 3 feet to the cup. Nice stroke.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And there it goes from the sand.
Let's take a look at the current standings. Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently on top of the leaderboard here.
Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
Oh, absolutely flushed. Rich, considering everything that's been said about the great Tiger Woods throughout his entire career, it almost seems superfluous to add anything more to it. But what that man has meant to the game, and again, to people like yourself who have gone on to win major championships as well.
Yeah, I would think what Tiger has brought to the game is just he changed the perception of the game as it being kind of an old man sport, and all of a sudden he's out there winning and fist pumping and getting the crowds fired up and everybody into the game. it just kind of changed the entire complexion of it. No longer do you have these old guys that are dressed poorly with big beer bellies, and all of a sudden, you know, you got guys that are young and wearing these tight-fitting clothes, going into the gym and treating it more like a business instead of just a sport. He really changed the entire dynamic of the game, the landscape of what it takes to become a great player. And you know, everybody else was just kind of sitting there and all going, well, how does he do this? Well, it's almost like he had a plan, a master plan to go out there and listen, I'm going to dominate by being physically better, mentally better, and I'm just going to steamroll these guys. And when he first started doing that, everybody's kind of looking back going, okay, he's taking this seriously. Maybe I need to start taking it seriously too, right? So it's just one of those things that came along that nobody knew what to really expect of him. But he told us right away, listen, I expect to win every single week out there, and sure enough, that's what he did.
Going with the hybrid. That was special.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
That's inside the range.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
And this putt to move into a tie for third place.
And a big moment for this player with just 4 holes left.
And he finds himself in a tie for third. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
That a boy, good shot. From around 180 yards out. Just a couple back from our leader. This one might need to sit. That's a great shot here at the 15th and sets up a look for birdie.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
The old hammer hands putt. And this one is for his par. And the putt drops now at 8 under, heading down the stretch.
And they're going to have to really focus in here to try and chase down that leader.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Well, this one's going right at the flag. Oh, how good is that? Buries it for birdie as well.
Oh, beautiful touch there from just off the green. Nicely done.
And a very familiar sight. Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard.
Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
Let's finish with a flurry. It'd be nice to make a move up the leaderboard. Yeah, that one will play. Rich, good chance to get this green in 2.
Yes, this player's found the fairway, and now they've got the opportunity to knock this on in 2. Be wary of coming up short and left, obviously in the water, but don't be anxious to miss it out to the right, especially in that bunker that's over in the middle of the green on the right-hand side. That really can wreak havoc with the players. Try and find the green at all costs with this second shot.
Fairways and greens. Easy game, isn't it?
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
And this putt to move into second place.
And could use it with only 2 holes remaining.
Ooh, right by the hole. This putt is for a share of second.
Must make good opportunity with 2 to play.
Okay, steady now. Putting for par. The only good thing about free putting for par is you don't drop a shot. He's currently tied for 5th. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find, as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Oh, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, a share of 3rd spot.
And only 1 hole to go in this event, Luke.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. And in it goes for the par.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, yeah. What a shot that was. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard.
Look who's stalking us all on top of the leaderboard. It's Tiger Woods.
Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right, or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his 2nd shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Wow, what a shot.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Never known a pro who doesn't like a 63. Let's hold this putt.
Looks good.
And that brings to an end his event.
And Henny, no win for this player in the tournament proper, but they did set the goal of taking down Colin Morikawa, and they accomplished it.
Luke, it was an incredibly bold call from this player to challenge Colin Morikawa and beat him. They'll be buzzing with excitement and that much more determined to excel in their next event for sure.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, great to be here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of 2 players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yes, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence.
Well, this one looks to be heading down the runway. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
And from around 135 yards,
choosing the 9-iron here.
they're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
Not a bad play, that one.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Was on a good line. Par putt coming up here. And down it goes. Let's head to the next.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole play.
The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
Oh, clever play that. Just get it back into the fairway. And here we are with the third shot. Well, that's a handy shot. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Wow, what a save.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
Looks to be going with the 6 iron. That should find the surface. Well, that's beautifully judged.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, look who's getting on a roll now. That's back-to-back birdies.
Kind of like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Currently 2 under for the event. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
That was wonderfully done. Second shot here on the fourth. Chosen the pitching wedge here. A sensational shot and a chance for a birdie here on the fourth.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
How close was that to going down? Good chance this one, right on 6 feet.
Yeah, it's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one.
And with that, we'll move to 3 under par. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad, but a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Handy effort, that one. Nothing like a bit of momentum here, Rich. This one's going for another birdie.
Good start to the day. Let's hope they can keep up the good form.
Opting for the 9-iron. That might be one club too many. That should set up another chance. Good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one.
A par putt awaits.
It's tracking. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. The tee shot at the par 4 6th has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
From about 100 yards. 5 strokes behind our leader. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This one's going right at the pin here.
Wow, very aggressive play on this approach. putting some pressure on their rival Brooke Henderson.
Here's Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Great looking shot, this. That's a beauty. She'll be stoked.
Check this out. Holding it out from the fairway. That away. Great shot.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. This one's online. You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And big bad Bubba Watson currently leads the field. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7th.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
And that's the line, the sand.
Almost went in.
Just a fantastic shot. Guaranteed birdie hitting it that close.
It's got a chance. That's frustrating. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost.
This is Brooke Henderson.
Terrific shot. Who could have thought you'd hole it? And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Bubba Watson is atop the leaderboard with a 1-stroke advantage. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
That's inside the house of opportunity. Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
And that's a long-range bomb. And rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder.
Bubba Watson is atop the leaderboard with a 2-stroke lead. The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass' Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left, second shot out to the right, sets up a very simple 3rd shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
Putting for eagle. That always sounds good.
That was a gallant attempt. This one's for birdie. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And he'll move into the top 10.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
That's a lovely stroke. Had eyes for the whole way.
And that will take her to 2 under. And Bubba Watson doing what he does best. He's leading this one. As you make the turn here at TPC Sawgrass, the 10th hole is a clever one.
Pretty basic par 4, just 424 yards to the back tee. Players take out a hybrid or a 3-wood, hit it out to the right-hand side, which will leave a short second shot. However, lots of undulations on this green, so make sure your second shot is the correct distance.
No, that's not the shot they wanted.
Second shot here at the 10th.
You like that, didn't you? This putt to get to 7 under the card. Ouch, that hurts. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Oh, that's good grit there.
In the bunker with their tee shot, and that is a very good save.
Bubba Watson is 3 strokes clear at the top of the leaderboard. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Second shot here on the 11th.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. Looking really good, this one. Oh, super putt that. What an eagle. To the top 5 he goes. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's got momentum now. Just birdied the last hole.
Here's Brooke Henderson. Oh, that's a ripper. Oh, here she goes, marching up the leaderboard. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Bubba Watson currently in the lead. The tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just a decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, the little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Nicely done. 8 under for the day. Tied for 4th.
That's a super shot. That's another green in regulation. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She got one back on that last hole.
That impressed me and her. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Good opportunity here to move into a tie for third.
Yep, tracking well.
Well done. Take the birdie. Bubba Watson is one shot ahead of the field. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
This one looks to be heading towards the green.
That was a beauty. It's just about 3 feet away.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Is currently tied for third.
Well, now things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second nine at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14.
Difficult tee shot on this, playing some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot. But if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
That should find the fairway. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Terrific shot, and a chance for birdie coming up here at the 14th.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Here's Brooke Henderson's next shot.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. And this putt to move them into a tie for second.
And with only 4 holes to go in this event, Luke, this is a good opportunity, big moment for this player.
It's up, it could be in. Wonderful shot. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
This one looks to be headed towards the fairway.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's about 155 from this hole location.
Oh, well played.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Let's get back to it, shall we?
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Oh, just missed. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for par here.
And the putt drops, now 11 under, heading down the stretch.
And some kind of fast finish required if they want to win this thing.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left, start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
And Rich, I just keep watching this name moving north on the leaderboard. They're pulling out all the stops right now.
Tell you what, they're getting an awful lot out of their round. If the leaders aren't careful, this player could catch them.
I know, Rich, that is a player after your heart.
That was very aggressive and very impressive. I got to say, looking to make the 2 and tie the lead.
Putting for an eagle.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
Just didn't drop.
Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie.
He's currently sitting in second. All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 3 17th.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
And choosing the 8-iron here. This is a good time to get hot with the tournament on the line. Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th, and sets up another putt inside birdie range.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances. This one's tracking.
Top effort, that. Big putt for par coming up.
One of the good guys out there, Luke. I am hoping for this one to fall.
What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
Outstanding shot. High quality. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands.
And as we head to the next, it's Tiger on top of the leaderboard.
Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green, somehow also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole, probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
Awesome stuff.
And if you find yourself in the fairway, Rich, at the final hole at TPC Sawgrass, you've obviously navigated a very tough shot. There's just one more to play.
There's one final test. The second shot at 18. Water ever so close to the left-hand side. Green has a lot of movement from back to front. Find the right level. Give yourself a decent opportunity to make birdie, but par, never a bad score at the 18th at TPC Sawgrass.
Oh, that was so close to going in.
Oh, standing ovation after that shot.
Heck of a shot, setting up almost a guaranteed birdie.
And finishing the round with a tap in. That's a shame. They came oh so close to what would have been an incredible comeback victory.
The stories that we could have told if they'd completed the victory would be endless. Unfortunately, not getting it done, but still, what a performance on this final round.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.